high blood pressure, swelling in the ankles, stiff arteries that make circulation harder with every passing year after 50. These aren't just uncomfortable symptoms, they are warning signs that your cardiovascular system is under strain. And one of the biggest hidden contributors is the salt you consume every single day. Most people think salt is just about taste, but in reality, it directly affects blood volume, pressure inside your arteries, kidney function, and even how elastic your blood vessels remain as you age. For decades, the advice was simple: eat less salt. Doctors repeated it, food companies printed it on labels, and many seniors tried to cut down. But here's the truth: not all salt is created equal. Reducing overall sodium is important, yes, but the type of salt you choose can make the difference between supporting healthy circulation and silently damaging your heart. The most common type, table salt, is found in nearly all processed foods. It's highly refined, stripped of almost all natural minerals, and then bleached to create that pure white color. To keep it from clumping, manufacturers often add chemicals like anti-caking agents. What you're left with is mostly sodium chloride and little else. This form of salt hits the body hard. It overloads your system with sodium without providing the balancing minerals like potassium, magnesium, or calcium that help regulate blood pressure. The result is fluid retention, swelling in the ankles and fingers, rising blood pressure, and extra strain on both the kidneys and the heart. Over time, regular consumption of refined table salt contributes to stiffened arteries, increased risk of stroke, and faster progression of heart disease. That's why so many people, especially those over 50, are now turning to natural alternatives like Himalayan salt and Celtic sea salt. These salts are far less processed, maintain trace minerals, and don't contain the same artificial additives. For seniors, they can be a smarter way to season food while also providing nutrients that the body still needs in small amounts. But here's the important question: between Himalayan and Celtic salt, which one offers more real benefits, and what do people over 50 need to know before making the switch? Himalayan salt is mined from ancient seabeds deep in the mountains of Pakistan. Its distinctive pink color comes from trace minerals, including iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. While these minerals make up only a small percentage of the salt, they do provide more than just sodium. For people over 50, this matters. Potassium and magnesium help balance sodium's effect on blood pressure, iron supports red blood cell health, and calcium strengthens bones. Another advantage is taste. Himalayan salt tends to have a stronger, sharper flavor compared to table salt, which means you often need to use less of it. That can be an easy way to reduce overall sodium intake while still enjoying flavorful meals. However, because it is dry and crystalline, it doesn't provide as much moisture or electrolyte support as Celtic sea salt. Celtic sea salt, on the other hand, is harvested directly from ocean water, most famously in coastal regions of France. Its grayish color and slightly damp texture come from its natural mineral and moisture content. Unlike Himalayan salt, which is mined and dried, Celtic salt is often sun-dried, meaning it retains a wider range of electrolytes. This makes it especially beneficial for hydration and muscle function. For seniors, this can be crucial. Magnesium helps regulate heart rhythm, potassium helps prevent cramping and supports blood pressure, and trace minerals like zinc and selenium support the immune system. Its slightly briny taste also means food can taste more balanced without needing to oversalt. Many people over 50 who switch to Celtic salt report fewer cramps, steadier energy, and less bloating compared to using refined table salt. Side-by-side comparison, Himalayan salt offers a broader mineral profile and a stronger flavor, making it useful for reducing sodium intake while adding trace minerals. Celtic sea salt delivers a higher level of electrolytes and natural moisture, which directly supports hydration, circulation, and muscle function. For people managing blood pressure, Celtic salt's higher magnesium content may be more supportive, while Himalayan salt's richness in potassium and iron makes it a solid option for those focusing on mineral intake and reducing overall sodium. Both are superior to table salt, but the choice between them should depend on your body's needs. If you struggle with dehydration, cramps, or muscle weakness, Celtic salt may be the better option. If your concern is mineral balance, taste, and reducing the total amount of salt used, Himalayan salt may serve you better. How to use Himalayan and Celtic salt after 50 comes down to one key principle: moderation. Even though these natural salts are richer in minerals and electrolytes compared to refined table salt, they still contain sodium, and too much sodium, regardless of the source, can raise blood pressure and put added strain on the heart and kidneys. That's why health organizations like the American Heart Association recommend keeping sodium intake between 1,500 and 2,000 milligrams per day for people over 50, which is less than a teaspoon of salt in total when you account for everything you eat. This makes it critical not only to choose the right type of salt, but also to manage the amount carefully. Himalayan salt can be particularly useful here because its sharper, more pronounced flavor allows you to use smaller amounts while still getting the same taste satisfaction. Many seniors find that seasoning soups, cooked vegetables, and hearty meals with just a pinch of Himalayan salt after cooking gives the dish plenty of flavor without the need to oversalt during preparation. Keeping Himalayan salt in a grinder also helps with portion control, making it easy to add just enough to enhance flavor without going overboard. Celtic sea salt, by contrast, contains higher moisture and more electrolytes, which makes it especially valuable for supporting hydration, something that becomes more difficult with age. Its mineral profile helps balance fluids in the body, which is important for seniors who often face a double challenge of water retention on one hand and dehydration on the other. Celtic salt works well sprinkled lightly over fresh foods, added to salads, or even blended into smoothies. Some people even use a pinch of Celtic salt in warm water as a natural electrolyte drink, particularly helpful after hot weather, light exercise, or when taking medications that increase fluid loss. Whichever type you choose, it's important to avoid adding these salts to processed foods such as canned soups, fast food, chips, or deli meats, since those already contain massive amounts of refined sodium and cancel out any potential benefits. The smartest approach is to replace refined table salt entirely with either Himalayan or Celtic, and then use them sparingly on whole foods like vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Some nutritionists even recommend alternating the two, using Himalayan salt for stronger, cooked meals where bold flavor is desired, and Celtic salt as a finishing salt on fresh foods or whenever hydration support is needed. This way, you get the unique benefits of both mineral profiles while keeping sodium intake in check and giving your body the support it needs after 50. So here's the bottom line. After 50, the kind of salt you choose every day truly matters. High blood pressure, swelling, and stiff arteries are not just random signs of aging. They are signals that the wrong type of salt, usually refined table salt, is quietly putting stress on your heart, kidneys, and circulation. Unlike processed salt, Himalayan and Celtic sea salts still contain trace minerals that support hydration, muscle function, and vascular health. They don't just add flavor, they help balance your body. Himalayan salt, with its sharp taste and mineral content, allows you to use less while still getting satisfaction, which helps keep sodium intake under control. Celtic sea salt, with its higher moisture and electrolytes, supports hydration, reduces cramping, and helps maintain steady energy. Both are smarter choices than refined salt, but the real key is moderation and consistency. The benefits come not from adding more salt, but from choosing better salt in the right amounts, paired with whole foods like vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. 6 months from now, you can either keep relying on processed salt and feel the effects of swelling, stiffness, and fatigue, or you can switch to natural salts, protect your heart, and feel more energized and balanced every day. The choice is yours, and it starts with something as small as what you sprinkle on your food. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more senior health tips like this one. And let me know in the comments, do you prefer Himalayan salt, Celtic sea salt, or are you ready to start using both in smarter ways? Your health after 50 isn't just about eating less, it's about eating smarter. Even the salt on your plate can either harm you or heal you. Choose wisely.